doing a little girl today playing in the flowers. I've just done a nice soft bokeh background, but you could do any background you feel appropriate to this painting. I just decided to do this because I liked it. So I'm just filling her hair in. I'm just using a nice sienna and some ochre colour here. I could use some burnt umber and just some sienna. I just wanted to get the values in, that's all I was looking for. So any colours that will contrast to your values. I'm using a nice soft velvet brush. I'm just using a mixture just to do a skin colour. So I've used some red, a tiny little bit of yellow and some white. So I do the same here on her arm. The light's going to actually hit her arm, so I want that a bit lighter. So I've just put that in place, ready for the actual highlights. So I'll come back and do that nice reddish orangey colour again. So it doesn't matter what skin tones you mix, as long as you've got the contrast you're looking for. So you've got your lights and your darks and your mid-tones. I'm just using this filbert brush because it's a nice soft feel to it and it blends out really nice. It's just a nice soft brush. As you can see, I'm filling in the skin tones behind that pattern on her back. So that's actually going to be a bit of lace that's attached to her dress. So you might still be able to see some of his skin tones through it. So I just filled it in. So I've let all that dry. I'm coming back with a lighter tone now. So I've added a bit more white to the mixture. So it's best to let the first layer dry, especially in acrylics, and then you can get your proper highlights and your mid-tones put in, like you see I'm doing here now. But I still want that nice contrast. So I've done her ears slightly different, as you can see there. They've got a bit more orange toning because the actual light is shining through. And if you look at people's ears in the sunlight, you'll see a different colour to the rest of the, like their arms or the neck. So that's the effect I'm looking for there. Same there under her arm with that nice orange glow. It's just how the light bounces off people's, you know, features and arms, and even in animals on the fur, you can see different ways the light attracts it. So I've let all that dry again. I'm just coming back in with some more highlights, using a bit more white. I'm just filling in a lacy part of her dress while I'm letting that dry. So I'm just using a nice light blue to start with, and then that'll show up later on when I put my highlights on. Still using that filbert brush because I'm not doing all the patterns on the lace. I'm just giving the impression that it's a lacy part of her dress. I've just gone to a nice detailed brush, so I want to get all them values in now. So I'm looking for the actual dark bits that are under her hair because she's got her hair pinned up. You need the dark values in so it'll show the light later on in the painting of her actual hair. That's a little hair clip she's got in. I did that any colour, I just went with blue. You can see I'm just glazing some more dark values in and leaving the mid-tones in. So where the lighter parts of her hair is, that's where the highlights are going to come. We'll just finish her little dress off here on the lacy bits. I'm going round with some more lighter white. It's not pure white yet because I want to just do that in the actual highlights itself. Come back with a lighter mixture to do her hair. I'm just using a rigger brush here because this is a nice brush to get the hair strands and some really fine detail in. So don't cover up all the dark aspects or you'll lose all your contrast. Just bear that in mind. You can see now in the video I'm doing different shades of highlights. Some are lighter, some are darker, some have got a bit more white, some have got a bit more yellow in, yellow ochre, to give that more natural feel and more realistic feel to the painting. And I love that background because she stands out really realistically now against that nice soft background, so she looks more realistic. I'm just filling in some more shadows around her lacy part of her dress, and then I can come back with some brighter highlights. You don't want to lose the contrast, you don't want it just flat white, so you've got to put a bit of shading in there as well. I know it's a white lacy pattern, but you still got to have the contrast. Some little highlights there going on her skin tone now where the light's catching her. Not so much at the back, so the light is actually in the front of the little girl. Down with that blue colour. All that's dry at the background, so I'm just drawing in with a pencil where my flowers want to be. I'm just using a nice 1/4 inch sword brush for this because I like using this brush for grasses and trees, etc. Put these little lovely purple flowers on because I think it looks really nice against that little bit of orange that's peeping through. You could do any flowers, you could do any colour flowers, any style of flowers. I just went with these today just to show you the example. Enjoy painting this. It was a lovely little painting, and I do have another one, little girls smelling flowers, so you might like to do them together or watch that video. Both of them are really nice. If you've enjoyed this video, you need to watch the video on screen now.